What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bear Witness. In today's video, we're going to be discussing of what's been happening lately, or what happened yesterday with the Tua Tagovailoa. Sorry if I butcher his name. Injury that happened last night against the Bengals. Before I get started, I just want to send my prayers to Tua and his family. Nobody should be going through that and experiencing that injury, and that injury could be a life threatening and a potentially a career-ending injury as well. So, according to some news articles, specifically U.S. Today, the Dolphins and the NFL are saying that Tua's injury from last night and the week before this week's Thursday night football game against the Bengals, when he was going against the Bills, when he hit his head on the turf, it was considered a back injury. When obviously, through the clips that a lot of sports fans or just viewers seeing around social media, it looked to be a concussion, a shot to the head. Now, I don't like how, this is being handled in a way, and this further exposes player safety and um, just hits to the head. And in my opinion, this also shows that the difficulty of protecting the head and how safe are the helmets that these players are wearing, right? Like I said, it's just you know, a very sad, story to hear. Tua is on the come up. He's been having a great season. Him and the Dolphins, they were undefeated before losing to the Bills last night. Sorry for hitting the mic. Losing to the Bills last night, I believe it was like 15 the Dolphins had, and like 20 something the Bengals had. Tua so far, he's had 1,000 yards with 1,035 yards, ATDs, 3 interceptions with a QBR rating of 109.9, and with Waddle, maturing as a player, Dolphins bringing in weapons like Tyreek Hill to the lineup, just further, it's just improving Tua, which you can see in the stats in the latest games. I mean, of course, him going up, against tougher defenses like the Bills and the Bengals, where he had lower completed percentages, lower yards, and stuff like that, and of course, not as many touchdowns, which he threw 6 against the Ravens. Um, uh, Still, he still looks really good, and I feel like he's just getting started, right? He's just getting started, right? He's just getting into his stride, and of course, injuries like this is starting to plague him, which is, in my opinion, is really sad. And I am praying for him to a speedy recovery, and I hope in the future this wakes up the NFL to handle stuff like this a lot better than what they're doing. And to jump right into that, a lot of people are criticizing the NFL, specifically the Dolphins, for how they handle Tua. Like I said, obviously, last game he had a concussion just by the way he hit the turf. He did come back after a while. I don't know when. I didn't get to watch the game. I really didn't see. I have no knowledge of that. But after a while, he came back into the game, which he led the Dolphins to beat the Bills, which I believe was 21-17 or something like that, 21-17, in a heroic act of leading his team. Like I said, Tua is a stud, but I mean, just all everybody gets hurt. Everybody needs at some point, and people need time to heal from that injury, right? Or the pain, like the pain aside, if you will. And I feel like the Dolphins just didn't give him enough time to heal. Like I said, obviously in the last clip, he suffered a concussion because he was barely able to get up and walk on his own without his offensive lineman giving him assistance. Now I want to ask a question for you guys after everything I said, and you guys seeing it on the media, because even news outlets like CNN, ABC News, USA Today, basically all major news outlets, even the sports media, of course, are reporting this and getting all the facts and stuff like that, and putting the information out there for people who don't watch American football. Seeing the clip of Tua and how gruesome playing in the sport can be. But like I said, coming back, kind of, get back on track, I want to ask you guys, where is football going? I feel like this event changes football, right? And how football is going to be played, and I'm gonna say changes again because we all know the era of hard hits, right? Era of you can't go below the knees, era of you can't horse tackle this and that, where defenses over time have to change the way the game is being played. They have to change the way they tackle, have to change to pursue certain plays like the quarterback, right? And now this again, I feel like this will probably change football again. It could be worse for it to be the better. It could change the rules. It could change the way how we tackle, how we take down quarterbacks. It can also be a change of how many people are willing to play the sport. Because I feel like at certain times of like let's say every 5 years, maybe just putting a BS number out there. I feel like people are saying is playing this game worth it, right? Is being hurt all the time, being injured, taking hits, right? Especially if you're QB. We all know what happened to Troy Aikman back then, where he was forced to retire early. I know what happened with Andrew Luck, where he was forced to retire early because he had a horrible offensive line. I hope it changes for the better, right? I hope teams start saying, okay, I'm not saying Tua's offensive line is bad, but I'm saying just in terms of what happened back then with like Andrew Luck and all the boys have to retire early. Where what if he had a better offensive line, right? He won Super Bowls, be a future Hall of Famer like Patrick Mahomes, right, or even better. I hope this gives teams better motivation. Say, you know what, we're going to draft offensive linemen more frequently in the first round, first 2 rounds, even 3 rounds than wide receiver, QBs, running backs, and all that stuff, right? I'd rather drop and have a studs of offensive linemen than have a shitty offensive lineman and a stud quarterback, but don't get to show because my offensive line is lacking. Look at Chicago's situation with the Bears, right? The Bears are doing a lot of things wrong lately. They've always been like that. They're the fucking Bears, but it just goes to show talent is being wasted. I'm not. A lot of people were writing off Justin Fields. Just get off topic a little bit. A lot of people are writing off Justin Fields, but I feel like if you give him a better offensive line, a better team, or weapons, or a couple of better weapons, I feel like he'll shine. But I think that's just with every QB. But yeah, but I digress on that. But yeah, I just wanted to ask you guys, how you guys feel. Do you think this what happened last night and the game before, because they're going to look at the Bills game for sure. And like I said, this is an ongoing investigation, so of how everything was handled. So I just want to ask you guys, the viewers, the fans, or if you're not a fan, if you're just watching the video, just catching on what happened and what's going on. Um, do you guys think this will change football? I believe it will. I believe it will. I believe it's going to be changed how pieces are put together to form a championship team, like the offensive line first, then quarterback, then running back, stuff like that, or just people not really thinking that it's worth putting my body at risk trying to play the game, even though it's a great game. I play football. I love football, but I played in pain when I was in high school. Um, yeah, just other things. So I just want to get you guys' opinion. Like I said, I don't want to be a dead horse because there's you can look on Google. There's a lot of articles, a lot of major news outlets are reporting this. And again, I just want to send my prayers out to Tua. I hope he's speedy recovery and his family who's dealing with this. You don't want to see a loved one go down like that. So, but I hope you guys have a great day. Please comment down below on what you think of the situation. Do you think this will change football? Again, and how football would be played. You guys have a great day. This is Bear Witness. Make sure like and subscribe and to get updates and see more videos. Peace.